What is it about this Celtic team? What is it about this Celtic team? This Celtic team that does not give up one iota. This Celtic team that will never stop. Ange Postecoglou came to Celtic and he says that Celtic will never stop. Celtic tonight, a lot of people were starting to congratulate the Hearts on winning the SPFL title due to the fact that Hearts won quite comfortably this evening. Celtic, we're going to listen to a little bit of Callum McGregor, if I could just get this volume sorted out, and Kelechi Iheanacho.
Of the league championship. It finishes here at Fir Park, Motherwell 2, incredibly, Celtic 3.
Come on. They were about to give us Kelechi Iheanacho, but they stopped Celtic TV. Typical Celtic TV, isn't it? They stopped right at the last minute. They were going to give us Kelechi Iheanacho, and they decided not to. Anyway, what a fantastic evening of football, giving Scottish football everything that it desires. Results, defeats, and last minute penalties. Yes, the last minute penalty has seen Celtic take it to the last game of the season. Not what Hearts wanted tonight. Hearts thought that they had it in the bag. They were waiting on Celtic dropping more points. They were waiting on Celtic possibly getting defeated at the last minute. I still don't believe that there were so many Celtic fans that were congratulating Hearts when this Celtic team just do not know how to give up. Hearts are on the pitch. Hearts fans are in the stadium looking devastated. The Hearts fans are in the stadium looking devastated.
Given the way that the two teams will be feeling right now, for Celtic, absolute elation. For Hearts, a little bit of deflation, despite the fact that they
deflation. The Hearts fans are deflated.
Does that have any bearing on Saturday?
It won't for 24 hours. I think the Hearts fans leaving the stadium tonight and the Hearts players leaving the stadium.
Absolutely love it.
Because we said it's a huge
absolutely
goal for
love it. It was absolutely fantastic. The scenes coming out of Hearts are hilarious because Hearts fans they remind me of Celtic fans back when we drew with Dunfermline the second last day of the season. When we dropped points in Dunfermline, and we could have won the league at Dunfermline, but we went on to win it at Celtic Park. Roll on Saturday. It is all about Saturday. I've got to tell you one thing. A lot of Celtic players need to look at themselves because they were absolutely garbage. Referee John Beaton, exactly what we think of him. There was a couple of decisions that were very, very dubious. And I was actually surprised that he gave the penalty, but the fact that the player had his hand up like this and it hits off his hand, hits the penalty, the faces of the Hearts fans, that is a goal. I need to get this guy's picture. I can't do that one. It's a young lad, can't do that one. There we go. This is what misery. You want to see a picture of misery? This is misery. Misery written all over it. Oh, there's another cracker. I'm going to show you what a picture of misery looks like this evening, and I'll tell you one thing, it's not in Celtic colours. Let's put this one up first. Hearts fans after the game, that was them once the players had left, as it stands. Yep, devastated, absolutely devastated. Oh, beautiful sight. What a beautiful, beautiful sight. And then you've got to think of this old boy who's just like, we've bottled it, haven't we? We've bottled it once again. Have they bottled it? Have Celtic done enough to get this league title done and dusted? Let's get it back onto that. There's one thing for sure. Celtic know that they are in the title race still. Let's get some of your comments. Just noticed the Sevco score. Yep, I'll give you the full-time results in the Scottish Football League this evening. The SPFL, we'll get the... Hearts will win the title with a draw or a victory at Celtic Park. How many times have we heard that before? Last time that a team needed the draw was Aberdeen in 1991. Aberdeen needed a draw to win the league. They didn't. Rangers won. and Rangers went on to win a good few titles in a row back then. Could you imagine how history might have... We've got Aberdeen to blame, haven't we? If Aberdeen had just got the draw or won the game that day, Rangers would never have won 9 in a row. Something that you never think about. The final scores in the SPFL this evening was Hearts 3, Falkirk 0. A scoreline that we kind of predicted and expected. We didn't expect Falkirk to do anything. Falkirk got absolutely hammered by Rangers just a couple of weeks ago. Rangers put 6 past them. Motherwell 2, Celtic 3. Motherwell did get the early goal. Celtic got a goal back just before half time. Motherwell, Celtic then go in front. Motherwell score again. You think it's all over. You think it's not going to happen. And Celtic get a penalty in extra time. Could you just imagine the land of Twitterati tonight? They'll be saying it's corruption of the highest order in the Scottish game. The Rangers game finished. The Rangers game finished. I've got to show you this. I've got to put it up just for the pure giggles. The Rangers game did finish. They got beat 2-1 by Hibernian. Now that's actually a record for Rangers Football Club. They have now lost 4 games in a row, something that hasn't happened for a very, very, very long time. Can Danny Rowe survive after this? Who really cares? I'm going to show you the penalty incident. I'm going to show you this penalty incident on the screen. You tell me, is this a penalty? You see Dijsselmeyer here backing in to the goalkeeper. He's kind of holding his ground. The goalkeeper comes in, jumps up. Not even, I mean, Dyson doesn't even know he's there. The goalkeeper is right over the top of Dyson, floors him to the ground. You see this one here. No penalty. No penalty for that decision. You see it in slow motion here. Boom. Takes them completely out the game. No penalty for that one, but Celtic did get the penalty. Tell me your thoughts on that. Do you think it was a penalty? Do you think I think it was a penalty. I said at the time I thought it was a penalty. Let's see it in here in full swing. Even when it's a penalty all day long, isn't it? But then when you look at Arne Engels, he hits the crossbar. You know, Arne Engels, he just needs to put it in the back of the net. Celtic managed to get the goal that was required. That is all that matters. Let's jump into some of the comments. If a great centre-back is making that challenge and winning the header, it's a penalty. Because it's a goalkeeper, they will never give it. Save Danny Rowe. He must stay. If someone was at your back in and... you would call that assault if that was in the high street. Well, that's an interesting one. The big elbow connection. Yes, we need to talk about the elbow connection because there was another incident where Yang was elbowed in the face. Yang went down. He came up and he was holding his nose. There was blood coming out his nose. And the referee said to him, wipe your nose and get on with the game. Another decision that did not go the way of Celtic. VAR trying their utmost to not get involved in anything regard to Celtic, but with the penalty, they had to get involved, didn't they? It was they couldn't not deny that moment, especially at this time of the season. It shouldn't have been reversing without reversing camera. It's fair game. 3 is the magic number. Yes, it is that. Both were penalties. Yes to that one. And anywhere else in the pitch, it would have been a foul. Yep. The keeper doesn't even touch the ball. I think it does kind of just get the ball and no more, doesn't it? Definitely a penalty. Yeah. Beat Hearts and we in WWE Championships. We will be WWE Championships. Stonewall penalty. Keep getting battered. Keep winning. Yeah. Keep getting battered yet still winning. This is very true, and this is what the Celtic team do, isn't it? They just keep on winning. There's one thing for sure, there was somebody said on the live, believe it or not, Martin O'Neill, just leave tonight if this ends in a draw. And you're thinking, really, Martin O'Neill came in. We would never been in this position if Martin O'Neill hadn't been at the club. I think there's one thing for sure. The next game is Hearts at Celtic Park. The Motherwell manager did celebrate the equaliser. You must have missed it, because he did celebrate the equaliser. I can assure you, because I was watching it, and on Celtic TV they definitely showed you the Motherwell manager. He celebrated it, and then he went all calm. What does that say? Is he the manager of Celtic next season? The gift for gods. That keeper should have seen red. The keeper should have seen red, but let's talk about Sinisalo. Sinisalo, for the first goal, it was a shot from distance. Should he have saved it? I think he should have. It took a little bit of a deflection. To be fair to Sinisalo, it takes a little bit of deflection. Maybe that's what puts him off. Should he have saved the second one, where he punched it away twice? Just hold the ball some of the time. It's a hard one, isn't it? The main thing is that Celtic now find themselves in an unbelievable position. Fair play to Hearts. Hearts deserve all the plaudits for this season. Can Celtic mug Hearts this weekend? We've got to wait. Just sit back and take it in. If you're a Celtic fan tonight, sit back and take in what we've just witnessed. Celtic over this season. At the beginning of the season, Celtic had Brendan Rodgers. Let's go back to the very, very first game of the season. Because the first game of the season, the first interview, first press conference, Martin O'Neill wasn't the manager, it was Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers made it all about him. The entirety of the press conference was all about his contract situation. There was a year to go on his contract. We didn't need to be talking about Brendan Rodgers' contract. Brendan Rodgers then, over the next month or so, could have changed the narrative of the questions, could have taken control of the narrative on the press conference. He decided not to. There was all sorts of stuff being alleged and going on, and statements made to papers. Brendan Rodgers saying that he wouldn't walk out on Celtic. Look what happened the last time, was his exact words. It didn't end too well. He ended up leaving Celtic, left us in a real big mess. He threw these players under the bus. The players had a really low morale when Brendan Rodgers did that to them. Martin O'Neill came back in and steadied the ship. Gets us to a cup final. A lot of fans said at this time, keep Martin O'Neill to the cup final. Just keep him to the cup final. It's the right thing to do. From Celtic's point of view, the right thing to do was to bring in a manager that would be thinking long term. Ultimately, the power brokers at Celtic made the wrong decision and brought in Wilfred Nancy. Wilfred Nancy was a complete disaster of an appointment. We looked at the first video yesterday when he arrived at Celtic, and it was embarrassing. It was cringeworthy. The look on Michael Nicholson and Chris Mackay cuddling Wilfred Nancy when he came out. And to think, after all that, Martin O'Neill had to come back to the club. Martin O'Neill has got us to the very last game of the season with a chance to beat Hearts to win the league title. I tell you one thing. Whoever wins the league title this year will be fully deserved of it, because it comes down to one game. And I say that because if Hearts win it, they will deserve it. If Celtic do the unthinkable and beat Hearts this weekend, Celtic will deserve it. Celtic will deserve it because of what they've went through, from the adversity that they've went through over the course of the season. Do not let anyone say that Celtic were handed this title. Celtic have had to fight through one of the worst seasons, through one of the worst lot of players that we've ever seen in a Celtic shirt. Players like Tenecti that can't put a pass together. And you've got to say, John says, Baz, how many times have I said it? Kelechi will be massive in us winning the league title. Yes, you have, mate. The thing is, this team never gave up tonight, which would have been easy to do. Yes, it would have. Hard to type with your fingers in your mouth. Yes, it's even harder to talk after that evening. Can someone tell me the exact time the handball accident happened. I think it was 8 to 9 minutes. I'm not sure. No, it was in extra time, wasn't it? It was way into extra time. It was 94 minutes or something. But anyway, and 93, 94 minutes it was. 92 minutes somebody says it was. My blood pressure has been through the roof this season. I think it all has. Massive Parkhead invasion when Celtic win it, says Samurai Blue. Celtic won't allow that. But if there were to be scenes similar to the scenes that we had under Wim Jansen, when Wim Jansen won the league with Harold Bratback scoring the ultimate goal in the final game of the season. If Celtic do that this weekend, it would be absolutely fantastic. What an absolute honour it's been, and such an emotional ride watching and following Celtic and being on this channel every single game. It's been a long, hard season. It's one of the craziest seasons ever. It is that, you know. Celtic winning tonight was great for Scottish football. Yeah, it was that. Always believe. I did say that Celtic would win tonight. I thought it would be 3-1, take 3-2 any day of the week. But anyway, let's get some comments. Sky Sports for the football interviews. I am done and dusted for this evening. My throat is completely shattered. Thank you to everyone who is... Baz, you got a sponsor for your channel. We'll go a long way to send you the details. Perfect, mate. That would be... Scott, that would be absolutely fantastic, mate. And that would help me out quite a lot. That would be brilliant, mate. Because, as you know, I am is not sponsored by any mainstream media, but honestly, mate, that would be absolutely fantastic. Send me over the details. I'm just... Anyway, I'll catch you all in the morning when I'll have a good night's sleep. Thank you. God bless. And have a great evening, Celtic fans, wherever you are, all around the world.